Back with another TD Engine video, and today we're going to show you how to set up event frames and do an event analysis. So a start and stop trigger with events. Here within TD Engine, pick an element. I'm going to go and pick an element that I already have an analysis set up for. And let's go and create an event frame or an event window. Okay, so we're going to call this demo. So you have a couple options here. You're able to recalculate out of order data. If you have some data that is timestamped or have a sensor that sends data that is out of order, you can recalculate it right there. And that enables you to have some versatility even after your data has been pushed to your database. Okay, you can give it a description. And then now in the trigger type, please pick event window. This allows you to use a stop and start trigger. For your start trigger, it can be anything. Like I'm going to use the discharge pressure being greater than 100. Hit save for 10 seconds. I can add a really quick stop trigger. So discharge pressure less than equal to 100 and hit save. I can give it a free filter condition. If I know that it's never going to drop under 100, I can filter that out. And I can run this on all of my historical data. So if I want to generate events for all my historical data, I could do that as well. There's a couple of important things. You can select an event template to enable the event. Here I can pick things like the reason code and the minimum send interval. And I can do calculations on a rollup. So I can pick a start and stop window and an output timestamp for the window. And then I can output my, in those 10 seconds, I can do something like the average, right? The average discharge pressure. And you can click evaluate to see what that looks like. So I can use the expressioning system to generate some KPIs. I can also do an additional action. In the additional action section, I can do things like create a trigger condition and do like an agent action. So I can do things like doing a root cause analysis on a panel or writing a comment on one of my events. There's a vast array of options outside of just the general analysis that you can do. Once your events have been generated, it will start to show notifications. And AI really helps you create these. I want to fire an event when the discharge pressure is less than 100. Try using AI to generate that same event that we just went over, whatever your attributes are. Notice how quickly AI generates that analysis and event, and you can even customize it yourself. Once you hit save, you're already up and running. That's the magic of AI within TD Engine. I'm going to pause this so we don't have a bunch of notifications. And once events start to generate, you'll start to see them in the event section of your event. That's what they'll look like. You could save this as a panel. So if you want to show this off on a dashboard, you could do that. And you can do what you may be familiar with as event frames, which is just adding this event to a chart. We call it an analysis workbench. So let's add a couple events. Let's add 1, 2. I'm going to pick about 4. And once your events generate, you follow along with me. So here's 4 different events. Now these are going to look different based on your data. It's not going to look exactly the same, but I have something like that. And actually, let me pick up one more. Let's do 5. Good number. Now here's a couple things you can do. So you can check your data list and your attribute list, which provides you some batch analysis. But if I want to add another attribute, I can very easily do that, right? So if I want to add the discharge pressure, this one tracks the bearing temp. I can add the discharge pressure and it automatically gets added. From here, I have a couple features that I want you to try out. First is marker line mode. It's the difference between each of these with respect to time, or the deltas. Super useful for some really quick delta calculation. Because I have so many of these events, I don't want to see them all, so I enable event line. That helps me sort of create some more organization, and only the events I hover over will be shown. I can run a window analysis. So I encourage you to try this. It's an ad hoc window analysis on what's already here. It's a really powerful way to, maybe put something on top of the graphs that you already have. Okay. Now, you can also do a forecast on this data. So I can hit this and run a forecast using any model I want. It's a powerful way to kind of show what we have. You can also enable alignment by start time and normalization because you want to start each event with respect to each other, and even enable an envelope. So these are features found in an advanced analytic tool like Seek or Power or TrendMiner, but we give them to you natively. To find even deeper correlation, try XY plot, which puts multiple attributes on an XY plot. And from here you can do regression analysis. So some sort of regression analysis. You can do data aggregation. I can show you clusters of data. And you can do, let's disable that data aggregation. You can do a select box. So those windows I was showing you before, you can create them by just selecting. It's a really powerful way to find correlation. Now, you can also do correlation analysis to see if there is some sort of correlation between these two. Right here, we don't really have one. And then you can also do profile search. So using some sort of algorithm, I can, find a result window. So here you go. And I can even do panel insights right here. So doing a panel insight on what I already have. And it gives me a summary, it tells me about my event, and it even gives me some context. So AI lives here too. TD Engine brings all of these advanced analytical features in one place and allows you to have the best of the advanced analytics and AI at the same spot, meaning you never have to leave this one interface. One more thing is this whole thing can be saved as a panel. So I encourage you to try that out as well. Thank you for watching.